Hello, and today on Texture Review, we have high pressure washer and foam jet connect and clean high pressure washer accessories. But also, if you're watching this when it's come out, being the 29th of November, that is my birthday. So happy birthday to me. I'm recording this about 7 hours before, so hopefully I have it edited in time, but we'll find out. So anyway, I have already opened this box just for sake of being easy. It is just a standard cardboard box. I don't really feel like we need to cover that in too much detail. But you might be saying, no, we need to hear what the box feels like. But maybe I can just do a follow-up little short one afterwards, if you so desire to know what the box feels like. But moving on. So we have plastic thing. It is a lightly grippy textured plastic with a slightly lumple seam. Lumple. I bet you missed that, didn't you? You missed the hearing the lumple dumps. Then inside this thing bit, it's a lot more slippery, very slippery dippery. Slippery and dippery. Then, yeah, shaple-daple, slippery dippery, lumple. Edges are a bit harsh, but not terribly sharp, so it'll be safe to toss at kids, or probably don't do that. Then we've got like a, I don't know, bit that goes into another bit, and it is more lumple and whatever, but so that's that. Not sure what that is, but we have another similar piece that's slightly differently shaped, with this bit being the same, and then this bit being slightly different, but still the same texture. Yeah, it's different shaple-daple lumple dumps. Big lumple dump, smooth, big lumple dump, lipple dipple. Again, not sure what that is, but I'll figure it out later. And this is obviously a wheel. Yes. It's got moulding on it saying that it's a tubeless tyre, but clearly it's just plastic. So that's kind of silly, but that's just the same sort of textured plastic as those other pieces, and then it has a little bit more shaple-daple lumple dumps, and then some big angular shaple-daple lumple dump bit going on here, and then obviously the moulded in text saying that it's a tubeless tyre. And we have another one. This is exactly the same as that one. You might have assumed that, but actually I didn't cover the back side. So we've got some like little nub bits there that you can sort of press in a little bit, have a bit of tension on them, obviously to click in place with the main thing. I'd assume so. And then just some bracing fins for structural rigidity. And then the inside is quite smooth. Quite smooth. Yeah, that is wheels. Two of them. Wow. I guess this is the carry handle / push handle. Well, because it's got wheels, I guess you can push it, right? Has a little bit different texture plastic moulding on the handle bit there, just I guess for extra grip. It's kind of got a knurling moulded in, and then some little inverted lumple dumps going on in there. Same sort of bracing stuff as the wheels, and then yeah, just various angular lumple dumple and what have you. Some little sharp corners there, really do some damage with those. But yeah, aside from that, it's the same texture. Funny that. We have a plastic bag with a hose nozzle and some screws. The plastic bag is just very standard plastic Ziploc bag feeling, and I'm eating my own hair again. Yeah, just nice, slippery, sort of thin, floppy-doppel plastic bag, Ziploc bag. And then the opening has little ridges in it, little lumple dumps, and then the locky, zippy lock bit is more pronounced lumple dumple. But so this hose end here, we have, is it a rubber O-ring? Yes, it is a rubber O-ring. That feels like a rubber O-ring. A little bit of lumple dump where it is, and then just similar sort of plastic. Yeah, lumple dump going through there, and then some nice knurled lumple dump on the other end to screw on to whatever it screws onto, your hose, or I don't know if it screws onto something else, but yes. And then it has a thready thread bit on the inside, and we have some sort of silicon bit in there to seal with silicon. Yeah, nice. I'll put that back in the plastic bag. And the screws, if I can actually get a hold of one, the screws, yes, very standard Phillips head screw. So we've got the inverted lumple dump for the Phillips head, and then the thread bits, which is just thready lumple dump and pointy end that you could probably stab someone with, but you shouldn't. Stabbing people is bad, unless they deserve it. Pamphlet / instruction manual? Setup manual. Yes, it is a paper, standard sort of paper, staples in there, slipple, dipple, staple, mild lumple dump where the staples in. And I guess if we go to the middle, that's not the middle, that's the middle. Then we get the other side of the staple lumple dump, and that's actually a little bit sharp there. So be careful with those staples, because they are a little bit of a hazard. Yes, pamphlet, done. Lovely. Next we have hose. Hose. Ooh, this is very funky feeling hose. It's just some sort of plastic casing, but it has this fine, very fine lumple dump texture, and it's quite hard, but then it also feels kind of soft. Like, it's not hard, it's soft hard. Whereas this plastic bit is hard. But this plastic bit has nice lumple dumple bits there, and a rubber O-ring there for connecting into the thing, and same on the other side for connecting into the other thing. Whatever those are, I'm not sure. But yes, this is hose for transferring of fluid from one side of the thing to the other side of the thing. Perhaps the main thing into the sprayy outy thing. Yes, that is that. Then we have a bit of the nozzle thing, hose, gun, pressure washer gun nozzle thing. I don't know. It's a very finely lumple dump texture with some very, very lumple dump sort of bits going on there. Not really sure what that's needed for, but that's there. And does that plug into that? No, it does not. Silly me. But yeah, it is plastic. Lumple dump. Molded text in there. Some more lumple dump. Different styles of lumple dump. And then these yellow bits are actually a bit more coarse of a plastic feeling. Very nice. What else do we got? Oh, there we go. There's the main gun bit. I guess maybe we'll call that other bit the barrel. I don't know. But this nice knurl. Ooh, it's almost rubberized, but it's not because it's just plastic. But the knurling gives it just where it is on the thing. It makes it feel like it's rubberized. But it is just the same plastic as we've had with all those other bits, apart from the hose. It's got a bit of a harsher seam to it. That's quite a harsh seam. You can sort of get your finger hung up on there a little bit, or you could probably stick a nail in and break your nail, not the thing. The yellow bit is quite a grippy plastic, and this bit here, what does that do? Do I squeeze it, pull it, twist it, bop it? I should get a bop it and texture review that. I will forget about that though, but that is something I should do. It's got the molded brand logo in there for some more lumple dump. There's a lot of lumple dump going on. And we'll keep moving on because I feel like this is actually going to be a little bit long, but it might not actually be because we've got this thing and it's in a plastic bag, that a very thin, very loud plastic bag. I don't like the feeling of that plastic, so I'm going to get rid of it right away. Oh, there's more gun. This is the end that water comes out of. It looks very funky. Just a nice bulbous, almost egg-like, quite smooth, and then flat end. Quite smooth, flat end, lumple dump. Same sort of plastic as the other thing. Same sort of thingy deal as the other one. Do they go together? No. Well, what's the point of that? What am I supposed to do with this? I don't know. Maybe I'll read the instructions at some point, but that's not what texture review is about. So we have the main thing. This is the same. All the yellow plastic feels the same. So this is, oh, okay, never mind. All of the yellow plastic does not feel the same. Disregard that. We've got some smooth bits in the back. Lumple dump, sort of grill breathing. I guess it needs cooling to chill itself out and whatever. Yes, lumple dump, grill, grill. Oh. These, what? That's crazy. Oh, a sticker. Nice, smooth sticker. Standard sticker feeling. Yes. Smooth. Another sticker. That's a little bit more grippy of a sticker, but it's shinier. Well, it's more silver. Yes. Where was I? It has a switch. You turn it on or you turn it off. That switch feels a lot like the other black plastic stuff. So, yeah. And then we have this bit here, which I guess is where the hose comes out of. Does that go in? Oh, does that go in there? No. Maybe if I push it. I don't want to push it though, in case it doesn't actually go in there. But I'll figure it out later when I actually come to use it. And then we have another hose. This one's very squishy, very slippery, squishy, hosey-wosey. It's got like a breather bit on there. I guess it just breathes. But that, just a very, or a bit softer of a plastic, little lumple dump on 3 sides of this circle, and then a little grill bit there that you can't really feel much of, but it is there. And then where it squishes into the hose bit, it is lumple dump, and then the rest of the hose is just a nice squishy, smooth, slippery dippery. And we have plastic thready bit there. It's quite coarse and thready, and I guess that's where the hose goes. The hose goes, or that part of the thing. I don't know. Unless that bit comes out. Does it come out? Do I pull it? Better not pull it. Don't want to break anything. Standard plastic cable for plugging in. It feels like other plastic cables that I think I have covered in other videos, and then you unplug with the metal end bits that you don't want to stand on, or else it'll make a hole in your foot. We've all been there, or maybe not everyone, but enough of us have been there to know that happens. And so that's all of the pressure washer, and now we have the Foam Jet Connect and Clean high pressure washer accessories. If I can open it. Oh, pull tab on that's really handy. More boxes need that pull tab there, because it can be so fiddly trying to get your fingerweenies in to pull it out, and then you rip the cardboard and make a mess of everything. But again, same sort of, no, slightly thinner of a cardboard, but still very standard, very similar to other stuff that we've covered. And then this is a piece of double thickness cardboard. I don't know why it needs to be double thickness, but it is. Again, standard, we've covered before. Bottle full of ultra foam cleaner. It is a plastic bottle, squishy plastic bottle, relatively grippy, not very lumple dump, but there is minor lumple dump. The sticker is a very standard sticker, slipple dipple, slippery dippery, slipple dipple. Molded in text there for some added lumple dump there. Lid has some lumple dump grippy bits to open it, and some direction arrows to tell you which way to twist it to open it. Handy. And yeah, that's pretty much all of that. And then we have the spray nozzle bit there, and that is has a button. I guess that stick it on the thing once it's open, and then it clicks itself into place, and you don't need to screw it up or unscrew it. Handy, again. Yes, a little bit more rigid of a plastic hose, still bendy, but a lot more stiff and not squishy. It's kind of lame. Oh, there's a very soft, foamy thing on the inside there. very soft and foamy. I can't really get a good feeling for it because there's not enough room to get my fingers in there. How dare they? Did they not know I was going to be touching this? And then the rest of it's similar sort of deal to the other bits, same sort of plastic, slightly different shaped lumple dump, but relatively similar. We've got a painted bit there which has a little bit more of a slipple dipple, but not really. And then a adjustment nub for how much open something is. I don't know what it controls, but I'll figure that out when I'm using it. Unless one of you know, you might have this. But yeah, that's actually that. Yeah, so if you liked the video, please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already, and if you think some of your friends might like it, share it with your friends, whatever, or I don't know, force them to watch it at gunpoint. Don't do that, that's not very nice. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video and you all have a lovely day, night, whatever, and thank you for coming. And if you'd like, the link to the Discord is in the description if you want to pop in and join that, but there's still not a lot happening there. Yeah, thank you, and I'll see you next time.